Hey, what's up everyone? It's Malik and I'm so excited to be doing another YouTube video for all of you that are interested in thinking about choosing Ithaca College for your college. I just really can't today. I just have to start this video by saying I am so grateful to each and every one of you who watched my how to choose a college / why I chose Ithaca College video. You all were so sweet and I'm just like so eternally grateful for, you know, just the amount of kind comments that you left and for the DMs on Instagram. I even FaceTimed with one of you. Thank you so much for just caring and being so kind here, for subscribing, for liking the video, and for reaching out with all those questions because you helped me come up with how to make this video. I know that some of you may still be deciding your school right now. I think Ithaca extended until June 1st for when you could declare. I'm pretty sure due to everything happening right now with the pandemic. I do want to say that I'm just one human, one student with one wealth of experiences, if that makes sense. So I did want to enlist some help for this video. I'm not honestly sure who I got, but I have some friends here, hopefully, at least one of them came through, who go to IC and who wanted to help me make this video and were super kind about wanting to share their experiences within pros and cons with you so that you can hopefully make your decision. And if you've already decided on IC, that you could just get ready for all the pros and be prepared for the cons.
Hey everybody, my name is Tynesha Taylor and I am a rising senior at Ithaca College and I'm currently on a quarantine walk with my family.
Hi, my name is Irena Rosenberg and I'm a clinical health studies / physical therapy major at Ithaca College.
Hello everyone, my name is Bryan Robles and I am an economics student at Ithaca College.
Hi, my name's Strachan. I'm a junior documentary studies and production major.
We are going to talk about the pros, then we're going to talk about the cons. The pros. Ithaca College is super flexible. I get to double major. Getting the opportunity to do that at IC where other schools would say no is really, really cool. In general, a pro of Ithaca, and this is kind of like a double-edged sword, Ithaca will let you do as much as you want to do. It is up to you to sort of say, you know, this is too much, I can't double major, I should really just do a minor. I think there are people with like 2, maybe even 3 minors and 1 major. It can become a lot if you don't know how to say no and you don't know how to like advocate for yourself and sort of figure out, you know, it's something that I think everyone learns, but it can be really hard in the beginning.
One thing I like about Ithaca is definitely the opportunities that you get at this college. I'm a part of many different organizations and activities on campus, so I get to go to like different retreats sometimes, like get to do like different meetings and stuff. Oh my god, the music in the back. Sorry, can't get a good video here in the Bronx. Anyway, another thing I like about Ithaca College is definitely the fact that our senior leadership team is comprised of many people of color, so they know how we feel and how we think, and they're able to help us better as students.
There are some really great professors at IC. So many people have been able to establish like friendships with their professors. I had a professor, me and his son went to the Ithaca Farmers Market.
A lot of them are very supportive and they try to help us advance our careers by providing us with outside opportunities.
One pro of IC is, although I can think of many, is its networking. People really make an effort to get to know one another and really get to learn about one another. So I really think that one major pro of Ithaca College is its networking with not only the students, faculty, everybody who's there presently, but also with alumni and past contributors to the Ithaca College community. So overall, the networking at Ithaca College is really, really great.
Ithaca has amazing alums, and I'm not talking about the ones the school will tell you about. Although the ones the school will tell you about are nice, I think there are some really kind people who are not as like popular or just like names, big names, that will really take time for you. And I think, you know, it would do you a disservice if you came to IC and didn't use those people. I had an alum who wound up hiring me. Like, it wasn't necessarily that she found me from IC, but when she found out I was an Ithaca student, it was just like this ultimate connection. There are people that are like Go Bombers everywhere.
My favorite thing about Ithaca is the community itself. From the people that I've worked with to the people that I've become friends with, they have all just become a big part of my life, and I can't imagine my life without the people that I've met. It's an incredible experience to everyone that you meet at Ithaca, from how sweet they are, how caring they are, and just like how much they're willing to contribute. Especially people from all across the world just coming to that one place makes that the energy itself just really peaceful and really nice to be around.
Ithaca has multiple housing options for your first year. So there's the lower quads, the upper quads, and then there's the towers. I think all of these have their own benefits and cons. I lived in the lower quads my first year, which was really fun just because it's super close to Park if you're a communication student, and super close to Campus Center Dining Hall. And I lived in Eastman, actually. If you ever wind up living in Eastman, just know my good vibes are all up in there. If you live in the towers, you might have to wait for an elevator, but there's also between the two towers retail dining, so you could actually leave your dorm without leaving a building and get food without, you know, going outside, which is pretty awesome when it's freezing. Another pro is that, you know, there's a party scene. I'm probably not the best person, honestly, to ask about the parties. I mean, I have been, but I just wouldn't say I like go all the time, whereas I definitely knew people who would go all the time. I was not one of those people. What I will say is that the great pro about IC's party scene is that there's no pressure, from my experience at least, to like drink or be cool or do something you might not want to do. I think that that's something that probably happens at other colleges, and I was like, from high school, like someone who was, I just wasn't like bad. I don't know, I just wasn't a bad kid. And so I was definitely concerned that when I got to college there would be all this pressure, and really IC is kind of go with the flow. Another great thing about our school, this will especially apply to you coming in, like I'm pretty sure you probably already know this though if you've applied, but if you are like a junior or a sophomore or a freshman in high school, Ithaca is SAT, ACT test optional. Pretty sure that I have a gist that that means that when they're looking at your application, they're looking at the whole you. My SAT score was in the range that they wanted, but it was on the lower end, so I just feel like it made sense to me not to. And I didn't, and I got in. So, you know, if you score really well, I think why not submit it? But just that was my personal preference. If you think you don't have the best grades and you want to show them that you tried and improved on your SAT or something like that, then do that too. It is time for the cons. Are you ready? I feel like we need a drum roll.
Something I wish the college would improve on is definitely the food.
The food.
One thing I don't like about Ithaca College is the food.
Okay, let's be real and truthful. So, Ithaca, it was worse.
They switched contractors recently.
Students protested in many forms and got it changed. The administration listened to us, which I think is good to point out, and they changed the food so that the provider is in-house now, just like Cornell.
But that didn't really help.
In my opinion, still not as good as it could be. It's definitely better. The reason I also know that it could be better is because the retail dining food is better.
But I do love the morning omelets, and I do love when they do steak and eggs together. They have like hits and misses, but sometimes they're good, sometimes they're not. It's just depending on which day you walk in the dining hall.
When you're a first year student, you come in on an unlimited meal plan. So that means that you can swipe in to any of the dining halls. We have 2 dining halls. You can eat as much as you want, which is great. I know some schools make you pay for each thing. That only happens at the retail dining options. With your meal plan, you get over $200 worth of bomber bucks. So bomber bucks are equivalent to regular dollars. They can be used at retail locations on campus, including retail dining. There are definitely more options for that now. There's like, you know, the Towers Marketplace where they have chicken wings and pizza and just mac and cheese bowls, and then there's definitely options within all of the retail dining locations. I would just say that know that you can't go there every day unless you're going to use credit and debit and cash, because you're going to run out of bomber bucks if you try to go there every day, and you want to make it last the entire semester. So pro tip.
One con of IC is its geography. The campus is all on one hill, so it's sometimes hard to maneuver around, but overall it is definitely manageable.
Because it's a college town, like if you want that lifestyle of like Cornell, Ithaca College, Tompkins Community College, like, you know, there's a lot of, it's just a college town, so that's great. But the thing that's not great is that I think with it not being in a city, like I come from New York City, from Brooklyn, so I'm expecting like a bus whenever I need it, and that's just not the case in Ithaca. I mean, the system's not bad for a town that's pretty much in the middle of central New York. I feel like you just want a car in the middle of nowhere, and it feels like the middle of nowhere to me because of coming from Brooklyn. It's not exactly the middle of nowhere. There are lots of trees. I will also say the location's pretty beautiful. You have Cayuga Lake, you have scenic views from campus, you can go out into town. There is, you know, things nearby, but again, getting around, like when me and my friends would like go shopping on the weekends and stuff, like waiting for Ubers because the buses would stop at a certain time, just weird things that when you're from New York City, you do not think of. I feel like that's just a college town problem.
The one negative that I do have to say about Ithaca, though, is when it comes to the college itself, there is a lack of communication between the Ithaca, the college, and the students. I feel that the college doesn't inform us of like what's going on, and we are always left like guessing of what's going to happen in the future, especially during this time of like pandemic and just how the virus is going. We are usually just like, we are given an idea, but we're not giving the full scope of how things go. I understand this may be just a general idea and how sometimes the college can't provide us with information, but it would be nice to like be given more of a public forum to speak of our ideas or just get an idea of what's happening.
This past semester that we just finished, by the way, I just finished finals, so many professors were against laptops, which I just don't understand. Like, it is 2020. I feel like no one should say that year out loud. I feel like I just cursed. I just feel like there is no reason why we shouldn't be allowed to have a laptop out in class. I do understand that some students use it for the wrong reasons while in class, but I just feel like I should be able to use my $1,000 laptop in a, you know what I mean, to learn and to take notes, and because I feel like I wind up putting everything on Quizlet to study anyway, so it's just best if I just start and finish on my laptop. If you need to use a laptop in class, there is student accessibility services if you have like a real reason that you need to use it. And even if you get that, I feel like it's still just awkward. Because of an accident I had, I was able to. It's just awkward when all of your professors are yelling about the laptops. I will say in the total opposite, last semester, pretty much every one of my professors allowed us to have our laptops in class. But that's something that I just wish would be like a universal, you can use your laptops.
I'm back again. Obviously we all know that Ithaca College is a PWI. For those of you who don't know, it's a predominantly white institution. So that means it's mostly white people on campus, mostly white people in the town. But I mean, that's why we need people of color like you to come into these doors and shake up the place and create change.
I think there's been like one class in my time at IC where I've officially like literally been the only black person in the class. But there, for the most part, you won't be in a class like that. I feel like maybe once or twice that might happen to you if you're POC. Even if you are POC though, I don't want to discourage you from coming to IC. I think that, you know, you will find your people, you will find people that look like you and that have similar backgrounds to you, but you'll also find a ton of people who don't. There are things like microaggressions and just little things that you're like, that was weird. And so I would just say that it's something the school is working on. Just remember that wherever you choose or wherever you go, you know, you're gonna have your own experience there. You may think that one of the cons is a pro, one of the pros is a con. Thank you to my friends who were kind enough to be in this video, and I appreciate you. Yeah, you watching this video. Thank you so much for doing that. Thank you for the kind words again. It really means a lot to me. You guys were so sweet. So let me know if there are other videos you think I should make about IC. It would mean the world if you supported the channel. Whatever that looks like for you. I'm sending you all the good vibes. Thank you so much for being here. I will see you on Sunday.